Good morning, good evening, and everything in between. It's your favorite Disney dads here to keep you entertained from rope drop till final firework pop. It's always a good time in this kingdom, so adjust those ears and gather your snacks. And settle in, fellow Mouseketeers, because it's about to get magical. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Dadventures Around the Kingdom. Cam, long time no see. How you been?
We're back, buddy. We're back. We're talking Disney. I'm good, my friend. The World Cup has been incredible television.
Oh, yeah.
In my case, not even television. I got to go to 2 games, which is really, really cool in Boston Stadium, which is now back to Gillette Stadium. So I've been basically just watching World Cup as much as I can. And sad we only have 3 games left at the time of this recording. We got one more semifinal, third place in the final this upcoming Sunday. But by the time you're listening to this, you'll all know that Spain is playing either Argentina or England. Who knows? Well, I don't know. Well, you guys will know when you guys are listening to this on Friday.
I'm hoping Argentina can repeat. Even though I will say, for those that don't know, I'm big into sports betting. I do not have a gambling problem because those that have a problem, they have a problem with losing, and I have quite a history of winning. But I will say Mbappe and Messi goals scored have been printing money.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I love the World Cup as it is. Like I don't watch soccer as much as I probably should, but I do enjoy soccer, both men and women. And watching this World Cup, I got to say, the African teams have been amazing to watch. I think they really, really benefited from the hydration breaks or the commercial breaks that everyone knows that they're called. But I've loved every game so far of the World Cup. A lot of action.
Oh, I definitely have it. That USA-Belgium game almost put me in a freaking mental society. I also had Portugal lose. So that day, Portugal lost to Spain.
Yep.
So I'm Portuguese, for people that don't know. So I'm Portuguese. So my national teams are Portugal and the United States. If the U.S. ever played Portugal, I'm Team USA, though, because this is where I was born. I do have Portuguese citizenship, but that's secondary to my American citizenship. And they were on a crash course that if both of them won their quarterfinal game or their round of 16 game, they would have played each other in the quarterfinals, which now would have a guaranteed rooting interest in the semifinals. I was a little nervous about Portugal versus Spain. I was like, Portugal can win. I don't know if they will. They lost. I was like, whatever. I think the U.S. is going to mollywop, just absolutely murder Belgium. And the exact opposite happened. And that was within Portugal game ended at 5. USA game ended like 11-ish or so. My God, I was a mess. The only thing that saved me was the day they would have played each other was the day I went to Noah Khan, and the Noah Khan concert was unreal. Best concert I've ever been to in my entire life. But my God, those are the 2 games that absolutely destroyed me. But all the other games, great theater.
Yeah, I mean, all the host teams got knocked out in one weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every host team just went back home. It was wild to see. But yeah, the games, I really enjoyed the games. For those at the time of recording this, France lost earlier today. I was rooting for France. Huge Mbappe fan. I've actually always been a fan of France back when they had Antonio Griezmann. But yeah. Unfortunately, France went home. They just couldn't get anything going. And I was surprised because I was not that high on Spain. Like the 2 teams that were favorites that I weren't high on, Spain and Brazil. Brazil I like Vinny Jr., but Brazil did not look great from the jump.
Yeah, they had that 1-1 tie with Morocco to start their first group stage game. But I could talk on and on soccer, but this is a Disney podcast. But my God, World Cup.
Yes.
I have my World Cup merch. If you're in the New England area, CVS has 50% off World Cup merch. My mother-in-law might have bought me a little mini World Cup trophy today for 50% off. I'm very excited about it. So,
ooh,
yeah.
All right. Well, like you said, it's a Disney pod. It's been a while, guys. So we should let y'all know what we've been up to. So let's dive in to Mouseketeer moments. Cam, do you have one for us?
I do. So I've been on since January. Been on the board of directors for an organization called the Friends of Bridgewater Music Alley. It's a nonprofit organization that brings like live concert venues to my new town that I live in, Bridgewater, Mass. Some really great people on the board of directors. We host this like weekly concert series, blah, 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 really cool stuff. And I was talking to one of the other board members, John, who's actually like a radio host down here in southeastern or central Massachusetts. And he told me about this band called Suburban Legends, that they have an album that I've been listening to this weekend called Dreams Aren't Real, But These Songs Are Volume 1. And it's essentially, it's 6 songs. It's not very long, 14 minutes long, but it's like pop punk versions of Disney songs. Yeah. So the 6 songs on this album is A Dream Is a Wish, DuckTales, Kiss the Girl, Beauty and the Beast, Colors of the Wind, You've Got a Friend of Me. It's like 14 minutes long, but the band is called Suburban Legends. The album is called Dreams Aren't Real, But These Songs Are, Volume 1. Freaking phenomenal. It's old. It's like from 2013. It was an EP that they put out. And I've been listening to these bops, especially the DuckTales. Is very, very funny. So that's my little Musketeer moment. Is like worlds colliding with Bridgewater Music Guy, and it's like a local band kind of thing. I think they're from New England. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, and I got introduced that by one of the other board members, John Shea. So shout out to John.
I gotta say, I always love whether it's bands or a cappella, like when people make these like medleys of like theme songs or like big Disney hits and stuff like that, because it's always so interesting to see how they blend everything together. I'm a big music person. I always have been. So like, I'm gonna have to take a listen to that. I'm gonna have to check that out for sure.
Just looking here, so like it says volume 1, the end is 2013. They don't have any other volumes of this, but there are some like standalones. Like 2023, they released like their version of Eye to Eye. 2024, they had a single Darkwing Duck single. 2024 as well, Whole New World single. So I haven't actually heard those. This is the first time I'm actually seeing those, which is cool. But yeah, Suburban Legends, give them a listen. They're pretty good.
Will do. For me, my Mouseketeer moment. So we were on vacation. Last week we went up to Vermont. Every year we go up to Vermont, little area called Stowe. We go up to Smuggler's Notch, which is like, apparently it's a really nice ski resort. But as long as I've been with Katie, we've never gone during the winter. We've always gone during the summer, and it's really beautiful. Pools, water slides. My daughter loved the water slides. Great bed and breakfast places, the whole 9 yards. But while we were down there, we decided to essentially just watch some movies when we're hanging out in our rental condo. And so we've been watching some more Disney movies. And over the last couple of days, I finally got around to watching Elio.
Yes.
I enjoyed it. I will say,
I still have not seen it. I need to, though. But I'm excited to hear your thoughts.
I mean, with Hex coming out soon, Cam, I think I'm already thinking about it. You know how I am as a director and a host. I've been writing down some ideas. We're gonna have to have an episode where we go through original stories that did like original movies that Disney has made. And when I say original, I mean anything that's come out in the past 20 years that didn't or does not at the moment have a sequel. So, because there's a lot of Disney movies, but when you think of like the heavy hitters, they have a sequel. And I'm throwing in this also means those straight to VHS style sequels. So if it has a sequel to it, it'll be off this list. But I'm looking at movies like Ilio, like Onward, Hex was coming up. That would be one of them. So, but yeah, I think that's definitely like, I like the story of this movie. I don't know why it felt short. Like the movie, and I don't know if that's like, I don't know if I want to say that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think I might have just been too caught up in the story actually going on that I didn't realize time passing so fast. Mm-hmm. But it was actually a pretty good story. Like I liked it.
That's good. I've been trying to think of like when I'm on parental leave, like just like when the baby's napping, when I'm not like doing like bottles or whatever, like I definitely want to catch up on some of these Disney movies. And like, you know me, I freaking love Marvel, but I've definitely missed a bunch of shows lately. It's so hard to catch you up, and then you're getting like
Yep.
Behind more stuff. So I want to catch up on like some of these Pixar movies, especially that I've missed out on. I saw Hoppers, which I freaking loved, but I haven't seen Elio yet. Strange World, which I know wasn't Pixar, it was Disney Animation, but I haven't seen that still. Lightyear, I watched half of, and it was fine, but fell asleep during it. It wasn't because the movie was boring. It was just, I'm a dad and I'm tired. But I want to catch up on some of this stuff, and especially like a lot of the Disney Plus stuff I need to catch up on. Like still haven't seen Toy Story 5 at this point. I don't know if I'm going to see it in theaters, because getting out to the theaters as a dad, kind of tough. You got to pick your battles, not battles, but like when you can go and like when you want to step away or whatever. So like for me, I have like the Odysseys coming out this weekend, and then Spider-Man Brand New Day comes out in a couple weeks. So like, for me, like time wise, I'd rather go like see the new Spider-Man movie over Toy Story 5 in theaters, like, which that actually we should talk about. We should get
we definitely got to talk about that one.
My friend Kevin would like to come to that, I'm sure. And then my non-dad friend Colin, I need to go with him too. But yeah, we'll talk about that off air. But yeah, I'm glad you got to see Elio, buddy. Elio, whatever. It's like Elio's, like the pizza. Remember that pizza that I used to love when I was a kid? Elio's.
Elio's pizza, the square pizza. Come on.
Yeah.
Who didn't have those? My fridge was packed with sheets of those. I was never a bagel, like the pizza rolls. I was never a pizza roll person. But Elio's pizza and bagel bites, fridge was stacked.
That's a shame to hear you're a bagel bites boy. Bagel bites might be the worst thing in the entire world. Ever. I do love some pizza rolls though, and Elio's pizza. I don't like it now, but before, it was pretty good.
Well, don't get me started on food, Cam. You know I could go forever, but I think we jump in to our topic. So to get things started, we love, as it's been pretty clear for anyone who's been listening to us for a handful of episodes or from the beginning, we love Disney.
Yes.
I mean, it's in the description if you haven't read. Welcome. But we love Disney, and we also love the Disney rides. Cam, you have been to Disney World and Disneyland. I've only been to Disney World, but there are so many rides. And we wanted to create our own test for what rides we think are, seeing as this is a kingdom, worthy. Now, to give you guys a little backstory about this, there's a podcast that Cam and I love to listen to called For Your Amusement. Shout out those guys. They're awesome, but they are not strictly Disney people. They are thrill ride people. They are roller coaster people for the most part. They love roller coasters. Yes. So we got the idea from them because they created a test where they decide if a ride is, as they put it, world class. Not every ride passes the test. Some fail. Some fail with flying colors. But if a ride does make it, it is like a crown jewel, and you put it up on the walls like this ride, for the time being, you're good. So Cam and I have always been thinking over the past couple of months, quite honestly, why don't we make a test of like that for Disney rides that we love? So while I was on vacation, sitting poolside, I figured, let me create a couple of questions that I think could fit for us and what I feel would be best for our situation as parents. When we go to Disney, we tend, for the most part, to go as a family, and how we would determine for all of our listeners the rides that we believe are kingdom approved. So without further ado, the test that we have created, it is called the Royal Inspection. And this is going to determine which ride or attraction is deemed kingdom's finest. Now, there are 10 questions, and of these 10 questions, both Cam and myself get half a point. So we both get to decide how we feel about this ride. At the end of the test, if it ranks a 7 or higher, it is deemed kingdom's finest. If it is under It's an okay ride, but as far as Dadventures Around the Kingdom goes, it just doesn't cut it. Now, there might be some rides that are just on the cusp. And if that happens, well, there is a chance for what we're going to call a royal pardon, which are a few bonus questions to see if it can just get by into Kingdom's finest territory. But we'll get there when we get there. Cam, how do you feel about this?
I feel good about it. You sent me the list and I perused it real quick and I was like, I kind of want to be a little bit surprised. So I don't remember any of the questions on it. I'm going to go on this on more of like a dad with a family kind of vibe. Okay. So that's every perspective I'm going to be taking on these questions.
All right, perfect. Well, Cam, you picked the attraction that we are going with for our first royal inspection. We have decided it is going to be the great Living with the Land ride at Epcot.
Yeah. I wanted to start off with a bang. I thought it'd be very funny if instead of going with like a ride that's clearly going to pass like a Cosmic Rewind or Rise of Resistance, like let's do a ride that we don't really talk about. People love Living with the Land. People love it. They
do.
And I thought it was like people loving it ironically, and I'm finding that it's not people loving it ironically lately, which is cool. I like that for people. I love that for people. So let's start off with a bang with one of the most random rides I could think of. That's a classic in its own right. And we'll go from there, I guess.
For those who are not aware what Living with the Land is, it is a very, say, a wholesome ride at Epcot, not around the pavilion, but it is before you get to the pavilion. Essentially, it is a boat ride where you ride through different ecosystems and you learn a little bit about those ecosystems and how they are used to essentially nourish the world. And then the second half of the ride, you get to learn a little bit about how Disney World, specifically Epcot, because I believe the things that they grow there and use there are used at Epcot specifically, not all around Disney World. You might know this better than I do, Cam. But essentially, you get to see what they're growing, how they take care of their crops, and all of that in this lovely indoor greenhouse factory-ish type thing that they have. It's really cool. But that is, in a nutshell, what the ride is.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like old school Epcot where like the term that Disney used to use back in the day was edutainment, so like education and entertainment kind of thing. So it's a very educational ride. It's a good, like, it's probably got to be 20 minutes long for like a ride. So it's a pretty decent chunk of your day. Usually doesn't have big a wait lately, but it's like one-offs where like all of a sudden it'll be half an hour. I'm like, what the hell's happening right now?
Yeah.
But usually it gets started like 5-10 minutes, which I think you have some of the data on that, what the average wait time is. But I'm excited to talk about it. Let's go through the test.
All right. So question number 1, the Young at Heart test. Is the ride family friendly? So from diapers to depends. Can all ages ride this ride?
Okay. Can all ages ride this ride? Yes. However, is it family friendly? I'm going to answer this a different way because I'm going to take this a little different way.
Okay.
I'm going to say no.
Really?
Because
okay.
It is very, very family friendly. It's a 20-something minute long ride. I don't think my daughter, like she's been on the ride once or twice.
Yeah.
If we brought her next year, she would be bored out of her mind and be like, can we just go on Frozen? Like, so it's family friendly in the sense that, yes, anyone can ride this.
Okay.
But will the kid find it friendly? No, I think a kid is going to, like a little kid is going to hate this ride. I truly think that. By the time you get to the greenhouse, I think they're going to be like, what are we doing right now? Like right next door, we could go be walking around in like a water playhouse with Moana. So the spirit of the test is, if the spirit of the test, can anyone ride it? The answer is yes, I guess.
Yep.
But for fun, I'm taking this a different way and say, like, I don't think this is kid friendly because I think it's kid friendly enough where obviously they can ride it, but they are going to be bored out of their mind, unfortunately.
So for you, it's more of
I'm going to fail it.
Oh, you're going to fail it. Okay.
I'm going to fail it because I'm taking it a different route.
Okay. So for you, it's more of the, as a parent, I don't know if this is going to grasp the attention of my, let's say, toddler.
Right. Like, okay. Yeah, I think she will be bored out of her mind. And that's my kid. So I'm going off that. So, like, I here's the thing. I don't want to fail this because, like, a spirit of the test, if the spirit is the spirit of the test, I guess, can anyone ride it? If the answer is yes, then I will pass it. But so, I want to bring my family on it? No, I do not.
I guess for the spirit of the test, I mean, your vote is whatever your vote wants to be. That's your vote. But I would say, I know for myself, I would pass it mainly because I'm not thinking of like the attention span aspect of it, because I think if you put the attention span aspect of it, it adds a new element that can muddy the waters a bit. Because essentially, if you think about it, something like for the future, if we're throwing an attention span, It's a Small World might be doomed. But now
I love that ride.
But now something that has more stuff to bring your attention might not be something someone younger could ride.
Sure, but I guess I'm also thinking even if it's not like attention span, like Kylie has still never ridden the Haunted Mansion because she hears the word haunted and she knows what that means. So like she did not want to. She goes, no, that means scary and there's ghosts. I don't want to go on that ride. So like, yes, it's family friendly. She can go on it, but it would give her nightmares, which is not very friendly. You know what I mean? So I might, imagine on this like weird little, if we're going off the can anyone ride this? Then yes, I'll pass it. But something food for thought on what you think of family friendly being.
Yeah, true. The definition for family friendly is up in the air. So
can anyone technically ride this? Yes, I will pass the test.
I'm passing it. So you tell me, Cam, is it a full point or a half point? You decide.
I will give the full point for this on the spirit of the test.
Okay. So that is 1 out of 1 so far. The next question. The Gideon test. For those that do not know what Gideon's is, this is referring to Gideon's Bakehouse, a cookie place or bakery that is constantly making people wait outside. So the Gideon test is the wait time worth the experience. Now, I looked up to see what the average wait time for this ride is, and it is 11 minutes. Now, I will say, I don't think I've ever waited more than 5 minutes to get on this ride. And that 5 minutes might have just been going through the turnstile loops, quite honestly. So for me, for what it is, I think it's fair. I don't have a problem with waiting anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes.
If we're going off the 11-minute average wait time.
If we're going off, so that's the average wait time. If you have a different experience, Cam, the floor is yours.
I mean, there was one time I waited 25 minutes, and I just kept looking at my wife, who is then my fiance, and my parents were like, "What are we doing? Why are we here?" And they all three of them once, right? I was like, "What are we doing right now?" Like. George Bush has a quote on there. Like, I'm reading quotes on the wall. Like, I shouldn't have time to read any of these freaking quotes. Like, this should be a get the hell on this ride. Like, it was crazy. We waited 25 minutes. And I like nothing against like who the quote was about. But I'm like, I shouldn't even know that there's a George Bush quote in this ride or anybody's quote, because I should be just right into the boat, basically. Maybe on boat rotation. We're waiting 25 minutes. I kept looking like, what are we doing right now? Average wait time 11 minutes. Yeah, I guess I'd wait for it. But like, yeah, I'm not waiting. Like, if we're talking Gideon's wait time, absolutely not. Let's say
no.
I'm not.
No, not Gideon's wait time. Gideon is just the name of the test. Is the wait time worth the experience?
So if we go, it's not the average. I guess it's like I'm so neutral on if it's worth it, because like I mean you get bang for your buck for the 20 minutes, but the issue is like it's a long ride, but you can't even be like, oh, well, it's 20 minutes in air conditioning. Like that's a great excuse for like carousel progress. Like when you get to the green room, it's warm in there still. Like it's not as warm and humid as it is outside, but like it's literally in a greenhouse for a good 5 to 10 minutes of it. Almost half the ride, I would say you're in the greenhouse part of it.
Yeah.
So it's not like comfortable. Like, yeah, there's some fans and stuff like that, but you can't even say like, yeah, it's 20 minutes of air conditioning because almost half of the ride probably isn't that. So I think if you're going on for an 11-minute average, I guess I'm gonna pass this. If you get to 15, I'm walking. Like I'm not even.
Yeah.
I might not even go into the land of building. Basically.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, when I was doing research to find out like what the average wait time was, there was one place where I saw it. This wasn't Thrill Data, by the way. It was somewhere else. So Thrill Data says that the average wait time is 11 minutes.
I believe
somewhere else had said, oh yeah, the average wait time is 19. I was like,
absolutely not.
Yeah, forget that.
No, I trust
20 minutes. Well, I was like, there's no way. I was like, I personally, like I said, I've never waited for this ride at all. Yeah. And then again, you have some rides that will say 10-minute wait time. Cam, you've seen this before. Disney World rides, it'll say 10, 15-minute wait time. And then you're walking. Actually, this happens at the Nemo ride.
I was going to say, Haunted Mansion does 13 minutes, and that means it's a walk on.
Yeah, like, because you're really just zigzagging through things. And it's like, once you get through the pylons, what was the wait? The wait was just, I just walked for 5 minutes. That was the wait. Right. So, but yeah, I'm passing it.
Yeah, I'll pass it. 11 minutes, I'd pass it, I guess.
All right. That's 2 for 2. Question number 3. The Once Upon a Ride test. Does the attraction tell a story?
Yes, it does. It tells kind of like, I mean, no, it definitely tells a story. Like it's about how crops are made. Is it a good story? No, I don't really care.
Well, we're not rating the story itself, but yeah,
you're not making a movie out of it, but it technically tells a story, I guess. Like
yes,
podcast or for your amusement would be like their whole test for this part is like, could you make a movie out of it? And the answer is definitely not. But like, does it have a story? Yeah, it's an educational story about how like new innovations in growing and crops and stuff. I can't believe this is the ride I picked for the first ride for this test. This is so freaking funny to me. Yes, this tells a story, I guess, technically. So yes, it does. This passes.
Yeah, I agree. It does tell a story. It tells the story because I know from the beginning it tells a story of like how the ecosystem works within the rainforest, and then how the ecosystem works within the desert, and then how the ecosystem works on a farm, and then moves as far as, and then, well, you said when you get into the greenhouse, it tells the story of how they use all of the crops within there, how they grow all the crops to be used in different restaurants, and the story of the fish that they farm and all that type of stuff. So it's like there is a story. It's a very educational, after school special type of story.
I'm changing my mind.
Oh, okay.
A story would be like a novel. This is a textbook in a ride form. I would not consider, if you gave me a science textbook, I would not say that's a story. So I'm going to fail this test, actually.
Ooh, okay.
It is not a story. It's a textbook of facts, fun facts, which I guess is a book, but not a story. All stories are books, but not all books are stories. And this is not a story. So no, I'm passing.
This is not a story.
I can't have 10 for freaking 10. If this gets a 10, I'm quitting the podcast. So I'm going to give this a no, because this is a textbook, not a story. And I implore you, I will try to sway you. Say no for this one. It is not a story.
I guess personally, I feel like it is a story. Like it's telling a story about, again, the life cycle of these ecosystems and how they work, from the little alligator that pops up to the rain. You have the little dog on the porch for the farm and everything. So I feel like it is telling a story. And then, like I said, when it gets to the greenhouse, it's telling you all about like here's the thing, like the crops that we grow in here are used at many different restaurants throughout Epcot and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, I guess I feel like it's telling a story of like what begins here goes on further. And then it caps it all off with that lovely, and thank you for living with the land. I feel like that's the perfect book close.
Stevie, you're not bringing a science textbooks to Jazzy's bed and reading it. I know you're not. You have to fail this test.
It might make her go to sleep faster, quite honestly.
This is not a story. You know it's not a story, Stevie. Stevie.
All right, I'll give you that one.
Ah.
I'll give you that one. It's not a story. Okay, we're 2 for 3. It is not a story. All right. Question number 4. The sunrise magic test. Is this a rope drop attraction?
No, absolutely not. The only people rope dropping this is if you're rope dropping Soarin' for some reason, and God forbid Soarin' is closed, maybe this is your rope drop attraction. If you drop this attraction, there's a hospital in Boston, near Boston called McLean's. You go there if you're rope dropping Living with the Land.
Need to get your brain scanned.
That is, that's unreal behavior.
So the only way.
What is Stevie? What are we doing? Do not justify. Go ahead, but do not justify rope dropping this.
The only way that I could see, devil's advocate here, that I could see rope dropping this ride is I know a lot of people, especially when they go to Epcot or any park, essentially, they have a lightning lane burner ride. Now, I could see using this that obviously is not going to have a lot of people there as a lightning lane burner ride to get something else good. And only in that sense could I see this being, in the loosest term, a rope drop attraction.
Stevie, I will call
it is a strategic.
Right now. I want you to look her right in the eyes and be like, "We are rope dropping this," and she's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you talking about? We're going to Frozen or Remy's or Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Grand. You ever heard of it? You're not rope dropping this, Stevie. You are failing this. Absolutely, do not do this. You're better than. I know you're better than this, Stevie. Fail this real quick.
All right.
I'm not above bullying right now. This is crazy.
All right. It's a fail. I'll let that one go down. So we are at 2 out of 4. All right. We're 50-50 so far. Question number 5. The walking billboard test. Would you sport merch promoting this ride?
Yeah, because I'm a sicko. Like they don't sell any merch. I don't think they used to have like the little plants you could buy. But I would buy like the "Now You're Truly Living with the Land" shirts that you can get like Etsy and stuff like that. Yeah, some people like do own that, not sarcastically. I would own it sarcastically just to show like, I do have a Cosmic Rewind shirt, but like, you could get a Cosmic Rewind shirt or Web Slingers or Cars Land shirt or whatever. But like, how funny it is to be like, I'm walking to Epcot, not with like a Frozen shirt or a Remy shirt or Guardians of the Galaxy or a Figment even. I'm walking in with the Living with the Land belt on my shirt. So yes, I would be a walking billboard with this, but purely out of sarcasm. But there are people who are wearing this not sarcastically. I'm going to absolutely pass this test with flying colors because I would do this for fun.
I could see you with a Living with the Land like mug that would be like a flower pot type of mug.
It's strictly like it's like a hardcore like groupie for like a band who like knows the B-side tracks basically. Like you're wearing that shirt around like coming up in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Like, yeah, I could absolutely have a shirt that's just Disney World or Epcot. People know what that is, but like I want the sickos to be like, oh my God, he has a Living with the Land shirt when they're like watching me walk past with my cart at Market Basket. That's what I want. That's why I'm buying that shirt. But yeah, this is an absolute pass.
Honestly, I'm trying to think. Like, would I wear a Living with the Land shirt?
I feel like you're not a big like ride specific merch guy. Like, I don't think I've ever. Did you buy a Cosmic Recon shirt when we went? You got like you'd get a pin of this for sure.
Yes. And now I guess that opens another question. Would we consider a pin also in the merch department? Because I would definitely get a Living with the Land pin.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
I would definitely get a Living with the Land pin. Especially like give me a holiday like an exclusive Living with the Land Earth Day pin. Oh, I'm all for it.
Yeah. No, you
that thing in a heartbeat.
Count.
Yeah. All right. So then I'm passing this one.
Yeah.
It passes the walking billboard test.
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. All right. Next question. The Imagineering reboot test. Could you see this ride getting replaced or reskinned? Seasonal changes do not count.
Okay, I was going to say it does have a seasonal thing where they put Christmas lights in it. I am going to say no because of where it is in like the land pavilion. You have Soarin' there, which is like very, very popular. So no, I don't see them taking this out because like the whole point of it is like you'd have to redo the greenhouse. You'd have to there's too much for this to like the whole land pavilion would have to go. Like the whole building would have to go for this to be reskinned, and they're not going to do that because they're not going to get rid of Soarin' at this point. I just don't think they are. They will absolutely retheme it. I mean, they just did a retheme for Soarin', a new story. So, but as long as Soarin' stands, no, I do not see this ever leaving Epcot. Personally,
same. I think Living with the Land is a staple.
Leaving or getting a reskin, I should say. Sorry, besides the holiday overlay, which it gets, it will not change.
Yeah, holiday overlays don't count because it's not like a full reskin. It's just adding some decoration for the most part. I mean, obviously you have some rides that they might. I've seen some places like they might like swap out a specific like animatronic or something like that. Like I think Haunted Mansion brings in Jack Skellington animatronic
in Disneyland.
Yeah, for the holidays. But Living with the Land, I think it's there to stay. It's a staple. And I also think whether it's the Imagineers or just Disney World in general, I think they pride themselves on what Living with the Land portrays.
Yeah.
So I don't see it going anywhere.
The only thing I could see is like obviously as like new farming or agriculture technology comes in, they might add that, but I wouldn't count that as a reskin. That's just like them like adding new technology, showing it off basically, like like a display. So like no, I would say this test, I guess if you call it passes in the fact that it's not getting rethemed, it's not leaving anytime soon or ever.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
So where are we at? 4?
4 out of 6.
4 out of 6. Okay.
All right. Number 7, the Culture Spotlight Test. Does this ride have media relevancy within the last 10 years? Movies, shows, etc.
No.
Yeah, this is a no.
I know this are theme park sickos, and it's not because of a movie or show or anything like that. Like this is definitely a no. No,
I also feel like the other thing is a lot of 90s shows used to do this and early 2000 shows where they would go to Disney World. And because I know, so Katie loves Boy Meets World. I know like Boy Meets World and other shows, Disney Channel shows, etc. have done this. They would go to Disney World and it might be something like, oh, we're going to go see the dolphins or they'll have a scene where they're like at the fish tanks or whatever.
Yeah.
I think
Corey and Topanga kissed in front of Spaceship Earth, if I remember correctly.
Exactly. I feel like shows don't do that. And if they do, they're going to Disneyland and they're either in the front or just behind, just off Main Street at Disneyland. Like they're not showing off these rides. So yeah, this is definitely a no. Unless you are somebody that is familiar with Disney World, you have been to Epcot. you're not really going to know this ride is there.
Right.
At all. There's nothing about this ride. At least some rides have like a character from a movie or something. It's just there. Now, if they wanted to change it, they could put something like Wall-E somewhere in the background.
Wall-E, but even that, I wouldn't say that's like media relevancy as far as like the ride. It's just like, okay, you added a character in it kind of thing.
True. Yeah.
I was thinking Wall-E. I made a face earlier for watching this. I went, oh, and it was because in my head, I was like, oh, Wall-E could be added into this.
Yeah. All right. So we're 4 for 7 so far. We've got 3 more questions left. Let's see how it goes.
Let's do it.
Number 8, the 1 day only test. You have 1 day on property. Is this a non-negotiable ride for you?
Absolutely not. I think I skipped to the last 2 trips to Disney World. Like I don't. Nope, all set. Don't need it. 1 day? Absolutely freaking not.
You're not begging for just a quick detour.
A whole week, I'm not even touching this sometimes, guys. Like, just not happening. It's nothing against the ride. It's a fine ride. It's just like, especially like, okay, go from a kid's family point of view, right? Like, I got a daughter who still naps or is still in a napping phase. So that cuts into theme park time, right?
Yes.
So if it was me, go the whole time, yeah, I'm probably going to, if I had 1 day at Epcot and I didn't have a park hopper, yeah, I'm probably ending up living at the land. But as like a family guy, as a park hopper who has to go back to a hotel sometimes because my daughter has to nap, it's not even in my living with the land isn't even in my thought bubble of like, oh yeah, I got to go ride the green boat and look at the aquaculture plants, whatever the hell the thing is called, fish culture.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
I sound like I'm hating this ride. I'm trying not to.
I mean, hey,
a park that has cosmic freaking reride.
These are just the cold hard facts.
These are facts
of the ride.
You want objectivity? You got it, baby. This is what Dadventures around the kingdom for.
Yes, these are the cold hard facts of the ride. Yeah, like I know, like the last time that we went, quite honestly, the only reason why we went on it when we went in May is because my brother had never gone on it. So I was kind of like, I really was just in one of those modes of, I just want my brother to experience as much as possible.
Sure.
Because even though when we were, heading home, he was like, hey, the next time y'all decide to go, let me know, because I'm definitely trying to come again. But before, I'm thinking, I don't know when the next time my brother's coming to Disney World. So let me try and dip his toe in as many things as possible so he can experience as many things as possible. But quite honestly, yeah, if it's just me, Katie, and Jazzy, I'm passing this ride. Yeah. I'm not really second guessing it, to be completely honest. I mean, yeah, it's in no world is this a non-negotiable. Yeah, I'm throwing a dad size hissy fit if we don't get on Living with the Land. It's like that person needs to get out more. That is for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. So we are still at 4 for 8. Number 9, the Fix-It Felix test. How often does this ride break down? Now, I did some research to find out a little bit about one specifically if this ride breaks down. And from what I found is it will have rare mechanical breakdowns, but it will occasionally have 10 to 20 minute pauses, which probably is where, like, if you've ever seen those 15, 20 minute wait times, that's probably what's going on. But overall, I would say this is not a ride that seems like it has any issues. It's your run of the mill, for the most part, pretty basic boat ride.
Yeah.
It's not as complex.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like a ride like Thunder Mountain that's going to have a temporarily closed because of a thunderstorm coming in. Like rain or shine, this thing is basically running 24/7.
Or Ratatouille that works part-time hours God, I can't wait to fail that one.
Yeah. So this passes. It's running very smoothly almost all the time. I don't think I've ever seen the words temporarily closed under it ever, basically.
Yeah, I agree. There's this, it's pretty much, it's an Iron Man. It keeps going. It doesn't shut down. Which is funny because even like I know like Navi River Journey will break down, but maybe that's more of the animatronic and like having them switch over to the B side.
Maybe
the same thing goes for what is it that I'm thinking of? Pirates of the Caribbean will from time to time have like little breakdown areas, but again, that's probably because of the animatronics. Other than the alligator, and from what I remember, I think the dog moves.
It does, but even if those are down, they're not stopped temporarily.
Yeah, you're not stopping the ride.
Night kind of thing. They don't care.
You have two, maybe three basic animatronics on this ride that aren't causing any issues if for whatever reason they were to stop working. Yeah. Now, the only way you're stopping this ride is like probably, I'm trying to think, like the voiceover for whatever reason isn't working. It's not matching up correctly or something like that. That's like, all right, we gotta do like a soft reboot just to line everything up. But yeah, I think this is a pretty easy pass.
Yep.
Quite honestly.
Yep.
All right. So that gives us 5 out of 9.
Okay.
And the last question. So we're in possible royal pardon department. The last question. The Mama Coco test. Is there a character, song, or phrase that connects you back to this attraction?
Yes. 2 things. Now you're truly living with the land. I don't know if that's the exact quote, but anytime you say living with the land, like that just triggers that. Also, anytime I hear a pan flute, I'm immediately thinking of living.
That was me. Yep.
This passes, so we're at 6. So now we do.
So we'll go into royal pardon. So yeah, for me, it's the pan flute. Yeah, I agree with the same thing. Like if I hear somebody say living with the land, and I could be watching a show and it might be something like, he completely went off the grid and now he's living with the land. I'm instantly thinking of the ride. I'm like,
which that doesn't happen that often, but any pan flute, like honestly,
pan flute.
Survivor loves a pan flute, and I will think pan flute equals Survivor / living with the land every time.
Yep, the pan flute is iconic. When I hear the pan flute, the specific spot that I think of, because there's pan flutes throughout the ride here and there, but it's the ending part where you have all the different faces and ethnicities showing up.
Yep.
And you hear, like you said, and Nat, thank you for living with the land. And you just hear that pan flute and it's like, they're getting
drum beat behind it.
They're getting jazzy with it. And I'm like, this is it. That pan flute brings me right to it.
Absolutely.
So yes, we are at 6 out of 10.
Okay, explain to me how this next thing works. So how many of these does it need to pass?
So technically, it needs to pass 2 of these 4 questions.
Okay. Got it.
Each question is worth half a point. So, but the same rules apply of, since it's half a point, 0.25 me, 0.25 you.
Yeah. Okay.
So it can go through this last chance of the royal pardon and still not pass.
Gotcha. So because it has 6, it just needs 1 full point.
It needs 1 full point, which would be two questions that it passes.
Got it. Okay.
So we're going to start off with the first question of the royal pardon, which is the comfort test. Does this ride provide a relaxing, peaceful, and happy experience for everyone involved?
Point. Yes. I mean, I do the whole thing. Like my daughter would lose interest, but like it is very peaceful. The music's great. It's a calm boat ride, no stress at all. Like obviously, if your kid's not doesn't have the attention span for it. That's a whole different issue, which I know I was kind of being a jerk with the family friendly thing, but I ended up passing that. So I'm going to pass this one. Absolutely. Yes. So
yeah, I'd agree. I would agree. Like, I mean, I know you, Cam, you've done this before, but like if I have free range of a park and or even like if it's just me and Katie and we're at the park all day, sometimes you just want to get off your feet. And I'm just like, all right, this is something I know I can get on and just kind of relax for a bit. I'm not even listening to what's going on. I'm sitting back. I got my arms up and this is just a nice, let's take a good 15, 20-minute break and just kind of let my feet rest a bit. Because once we get off this ride, I'm hightailing it to some pavilion that is on the other side of the park.
I like looking and being like, hey, that pumpkin looks like a Mickey head. That's cool. Yeah, so it's chill. Yeah, this passes.
It's very chill.
6.5 right now, technically.
So we're at 6.5.
Okay.
Next one. The infinite ride test. Given the chance,
no.
Ride
no. But no. I'm so sorry I interrupted that. I really don't like interrupting. Sometimes it happens like the Wi-Fi thing. But no, I'm going to continue with the question.
Given the chance, would you ride this attraction multiple times without getting off?
Oh, that's the question? Yeah, no, still no. I know. That was the question. No, absolutely not. If you see anyone give the little like tornado
yep, give the twirl.
Mental. No, get out of here with that.
So if a cast member looked at you and was like, "Hey, you want to go again?" You'd be like, "No,
you want to go
get me off. Get me off."
I'll put that kid. This is the symbol. The little swirl thing is from me dunking your head in a toilet for a swirly. If you ask me, the only thing I do think he lives in Orlando is doing this, riding it the whole day, open to close, would be an awesome. Incredible fantasy football loser punch.
Oh, 100%.
So funny. If you know, like, oh my God, you had friends join you on the boat just to give you like snacks throughout the day. You get to go off to go pee twice. Oh my God, that'd be a fantastic punishment. No, absolutely. I'm not going around these sales. Next one.
Yeah, this is definitely a no for me.
My God, I'm sorry for interrupting, but now the thought of something that makes me irrationally angry.
Yeah, no, I definitely couldn't. All right, so we're still at 6.5. All right, the next question. The legacy factor. Does this ride have the resume or iconic history to remain a staple for your Disney trips? Not to the park, for your Disney trips.
What does that mean? Like in like my history of going to Disney, then I'd say, yeah, like I know what living at the land is. I've experienced it multiple times. It is a known commodity. Is that what you mean by that?
So this is a ride. Is this a ride that you would want? Not like the non-negotiable question, but essentially you're going to Epcot. You're riding all the rides. Is this a ride that has such an iconic history that you're like, I would get on it? You're not like, oh, I'm never getting, like, this isn't like a Spaceship Earth type of thing. Like if I have the chance, I'm never getting on this ride. Like I'm not getting on this. But like this is a ride that it's been around for so long. You're like, I do like this ride, and I would get on it. Like I'm not putting a fight, but I would get on this.
Sure, yeah. Busy day at Epcot, and this is like a low weight. Yeah, I'm not. I've been hating on this ride a little bit, but like, yeah, no, I would go on it. This is not like a Mission Space where I don't care. I'm not going on Mission Space.
Only Orange is open.
In this case, yes, I am going on this ride. I guess. Begrudgingly, I guess.
Begrudgingly.
Unfair. You can't say I'm not fair. Like I've given this ride a lot of shit.
True.
I've given the points where it needs to. Yes, I guess I would include this.
Yes, I think the same. I would get on it. Like I said, with the last trip, my brother had never been on it, so I got on it. But it wasn't something that I'd sit there and be like, because there's some rides where it's like if somebody asked me, like, oh, hey, like, what do you think of this ride? I'm not going to sit there and be like, it's a waste of your time.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, if this is your only trip going to Disney World, like, yeah, you probably want to say you went on Living with the Land, I guess, for like some. It's not like at Disneyland. There's a ride at California Adventure called the Golden Zephyr, which like I didn't ride when I was there, and I have no qualms about that. Like, I'm not like regretting it. Like, it's such a non-unique. Like the thing with this is like it's a unique ride, so it's like it's a very Epcot historical kind of ride. So I guess I would say yeah for this. So
like, Cam, let's say you're booking a trip for a family and it's their first time ever going to Disney World. Would you recommend like, yeah, this is a ride that's worth checking out? It's actually pretty nice. Like, would you recommend it, or are you straight going, no, if you're at Epcot, Cosmic Rewind, Frozen, Remy, like completely miss everything pre-test track. Like,
I guess in this sense, I would say no, because I'm more focused on them getting on the e-tickets like the Soar and the Cosmic Rewind. So I don't think I've ever brought up the words Living with the Land have never come out of my mouth when speaking with a client. And maybe it should. Maybe I'm in the wrong here. But it's never come out of my mouth of like, oh, there's a boat ride where you get to see. Can you imagine I'm trying to help plan your trip and you just hear me go, you can go see a pumpkin that's shaped like Mickey Mouse and some fish that are doing some aquaponic stuff. No, I'm focusing on the big things. I guess I'm not saying this to a client. So now I don't know if I feel this or not.
So like you wouldn't offer it as something like, hey, you're going in the middle of July. It's going to be crazy hot. Listen, you just want to get out of the sun for a little bit. You want to rest a little bit. This is a nice ride at Epcot to kind of keep doing things. This is your first time ever going to Disney World. Check it out. Let me know what you think.
I never have. I'm throwing them to Nemo and I'm throwing them to Spaceship Earth if they want that. Because like Spaceship Earth is like a nice long ride that's in complete air conditioning the whole time. It's dark. You could nap in it. Heck, I've even thrown out the Pixar, the show, the cartoons. I've thrown that out before. I've never thrown out this before, in all honesty.
Oh, so we might be sitting at point. 6.
I'm gonna say no then for this.
7.5.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna say no for this.
6.75. All right, it all comes down to this. The final question: the souvenir test. Does this attraction provide any memento opportunities? Now, memento could be merch from a gift shop. Memento could be t-shirts. Some rides, they take your picture. Does this ride provide essentially any type of like souvenirs that you can get?
So not would I buy it, do they offer it?
Do they offer it? Now, I know we talked a little bit before, and I think they still, because I know I see it on social media from time to time, they do offer the little plants that you can buy to bring home.
That's what I was thinking. If they still sell those, I would say yes. I will also say this isn't like a purchasing thing, but kind of is. They do offer the behind the scenes tour, which is like you're not bringing home like a physical item, but it's an add-on that you can get where you can actually take a tour of the greenhouse facilities off the boat, like with your own feet. And like you'll see, like when you're on the boat, sometimes when you get to the greenhouse, you'll see sometimes tours of people doing that, and that is technically purchasing something. So even if they don't sell those little plants anymore, which they still might, throughout most of my childhood they did. So I'm going to count it as there was at least merchandise. If there isn't anymore, there was Plantish, Living with the Land official merchandise, I guess. But also I'm going to count the tour behind the scenes as an add-on, because you might get like a lanyard even with that, which you're not purchasing a lanyard, you're purchasing the tour, but you're coming away with a memento. So I guess I'm passing this. Yes.
Yeah. So actually, honestly, I had to look this up, and I think I'm going to pass it as well. So apparently, because I looked up, like, does Living with the Land have any mementos that you can purchase at Epcot? And it says, yes, you can find a few unique mementos related to Living with the Land while visiting the Land Pavilion at Epcot. So there's the Mickey's Mini Gardens, located at the shop near the Soarin' entrance. There's the Behind the Seeds tour.
Yep, that's the one.
And then there's also many there's a lot of themed artwork that you can purchase that is based off of Living with the Land.
Okay.
So there are mementos. So yeah, this.
Yeah, if they're still in those plants still, for sure. Those are like a staple of like seeing them in my childhood. They look a little bit different than the ones they have right now for sale, from what I remember. In my head, I remember them being like Mickey and the Beanstalk themes, like the artwork on it. But yeah, no, they're selling this still. So yeah, there's actually, it doesn't say the words Living with the Land, but like I know it's Living with the Land. Like it's Mickey dressed as a scientist with the goggles, with the Mickey pumpkin. So yeah, I'm going to pass this.
And with that, Living with the Land, through the royal pardon, passes the Kingdom's Finest test with a 7.25 out of 10.
I can't believe it. Congratulations to Living with the Land with this great accomplishment. We bequeath you with the what are we calling it again? The
Kingdom's Finest.
Kingdom's Finest. You are officially
Kingdom's Finest.
You know who's not Kingdom's Finest? Cosmic Rewind. They're not Kingdom's Finest.
No, they'll get their chance eventually. But as of right now, Living with the Land,
the only Kingdom Finest. Congratulations. This is why you picked this ride, folks, because this is hilarious to say.
Cam, I'm gonna start making a list of everything that makes it on the Kingdom's Finest, and so that way you'll have another little tidbit that you can give to families that you book for. And at the top of that list will be Living with the Land.
Listen, the podcast, Dadventures, world-renowned podcast, Dadventures Around the Kingdom, with all of our 25,000 listeners a month. Oh, just kidding. Said this ride is kingdom worthy. So you need to go on this. No, sweetie, don't. Kylie, we're not going to Cosmic Group today. Okay, come on, head over to the Land Pavilion. Nope, we're not going to Soarin' either, Kylie. We're going
to live with the Land.
Kingdom Finest, Living with the Land.
It's been tested.
Been
approved.
Make a button that says Kingdom Finest, and the next time I go to Disney, because I'm going to go before you, I will take a picture in front of it, or like I'm going to get a plaque that just said, cut out this
Kingdom's
like, next to the sign. See if I can get a cast member to take a picture, like us shaking hands, saying Kingdom's Finest or whatever. That's some big brain marketing right there. But Stevie, my friend, my soda's out. It's bedtime. Kingdom's Finest.
Oh yeah,
Land.
Kingdom's Finest. Thank you all for listening in on our royal inspection. Don't worry, Disney has many other rides that we will put through the gauntlet, and it is funny how I'm going to laugh about this for the rest of the night about how Living with the Land limped into Kingdom's Finest.
If you gave that story one, I'm so glad I bullied you into that. Oh, not the story one. The story one, but that one wasn't as bad. That was a good little pivot by me. But if you really gave any single point to the rope drop one, I would have quit this call. I would have still talked to you because you are one of my best friends. But my God, the word Dadventures Around the Kingdom would have never been mentioned again. This podcast would have been dead in all water. I don't care if you would have put this episode half done. You would have done whatever you need to do. But my God, this would have ended if that got any little point right there. But what a night. What a podcast.
What? Yes, that was a blast.
Again, I don't hate this ride. I thought it was a good little goof. Like, let's make this, if this limped its way to the finish, which it did, this would be the greatest thing to be like, yeah, it's a Kingdom Finest. Oh, it's Cosmic Rewind? No, absolutely not. We haven't done it yet, but nobody has to know that.
Well, Cam, at least now you know the questions for the future. So now that you know the questions, it'll be interesting because I know how your brain works with Disney. You're going to be thinking of certain rides that you're like, oh, this ride would easily pass this test. I don't know if it's passing this test.
A part of me wants to never know what the ride is until we jump on the mics. I think that's how I want to do it. I want to be completely just like
not a problem.
Coming up with the arguments. I think that'd be very funny. Yeah. Hopefully the next episode. I'm hoping the next episode is a Spider-Man recap. Maybe we'll see.
I hope so.
But we might do this down the line. Maybe we'll do this like once a month or so, once every other month or something like that. This
sounds good.
Cool.
Well,
I can say see ya.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, we are signing off. Again, sorry it took us so long. We had some vacations and a few other things going on. But have a lovely Friday, an amazing weekend, and as always, keep it magical.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Dadventures Around the Kingdom. You can listen to the pod on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. You can also find us on our Instagram at Dadventures Around the Kingdom. If you have any ideas for future episode topics you'd like to hear, be sure to DM us on Instagram or email us at datkpod@gmail.com. Again, that's datkpod@gmail.com. If you want to follow our host Stevie on Instagram, you can do that at StevieJenko. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can also do that by following at Magical Vacays by Cam. That's my travel agency page if you're interested in booking Walt Disney World or Disneyland vacation at no additional cost to you. Feel free to DM me on there so we can definitely talk and I can get you a free, no obligation quote. Again, thanks for listening to Dadventures Around the Kingdom. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.